Franz Kafka, Franz Kafka, the famous Kafka, the writer of the Metamorphosis, the Trial, and today one of its another novel, The Castle. The same is published in 1926. So Kafka is a famous writer who had written outstanding books like novels like The Castle and The Trial, The Metamorphosis. So let us talk about this. The Castle or Das Schulz by Franz Kafka was published in Germany in 1926. Kafka had expressed the wish that his books not be published, but his friend Max Brod ignored this. After the writer's death in 1924, The Castle did not sell well initially, and its availability was restricted by Nazi efforts to ban works by German Jews like Kafka. One Jewish publisher, Schocken Verlag, was permitted to continue publishing Jewish works on the condition that they were only sold to Jews. Despite such barriers, Kafka's works were recognized for their literary significance and were translated into Hebrew and then after World War II into several languages. Thereafter, Kafka gained recognition worldwide for his most popular works, The Trial and The Metamorphosis, and The Castle. Is now regarded as one of the major figures of 20th century literature. The Castle was first translated into English by Edwin Muir and Villa Muir and published in Britain and United States in 1930. So, the latest translation completed by Mark Herman and published in by Schocken in 1998. So let us see what is inside this novel, The Castle. One night, Kay, a protagonist, Kay arrives at the unnamed village below the castle of Count West, supposedly having been summoned by the castle authorities to work as a land surveyor. He finds lodging at the Bridge Inn, but an official immediately questions his right to be there. A phone call is made to the castle to state Kay's case, and a second phone call confirms Kay's position. Kay tries to walk up to the castle the following day, but instead get lost in the maze of street in the village. He rests in the village house where the inhabitants know who he is, but throw him out. He meets his assigned assistant, Arthur and Jeremias, who are playful but useless. Kay then meets a messenger, Barnabas, who brings him a letter from Clam, a director at the castle. Kay tries to walk to the castle again, but ends up in Barnabas' house. He meets his sister Olga, who accompanies him to the gentleman inn. There Kay meets the barmaid Frida, who is Clam's mistress. During the evening, Frida and Kay become intimate, and Frida declares she is leaving Clam for Kay. The landlady of the Bridge Inn warns Kay that he has done Frida a disservice in taking her away from Clam and that he must marry Frida. Kay visits the village chairman, who tells him a surveyor is not required and explains in depth the long and tortuous bureaucratic process behind Kay's case and the loss of his life. He says Kay will be treated courteously while they await an answer for Clam. Kay meets the bridge inn landlady again, and she tells him how Clam broke her heart before her marriage and how she has never recovered. She agrees to try to set up a meeting with Clam. Meanwhile, Kay meets a teacher who offers him a job as a school janitor. The conditions are poor, but Frida pursued Kay to take the job. Kay goes to the gentleman inn to look for Clam, but the director evades him. Instead, Kay meets a secretary there who tries to interrogate Kay and take a deposition from him, but Kay refuses. Kay receives a letter from Clam praising him for his work as a land surveyor, which Kay has not done. Kay goes to the schoolroom where he must sleep with Frida and the ever-present assistant. They break into the woodshed to get wood to keep warm, and the next day the teacher sacks Kay for this. After Frida's betrayal, Kay's guilt, instead of allowing the assistants to be punished, Kay becomes increasingly suspicious of Frida's intention toward him. Kay agrees to help the mother of a boy, Hans Brunswick, who is sick. Kay believes that she and her husband can help him reach the castle. Kay visits Barnabas' house in search of reply from Clam. And Olga tells him the long story of how a castle official caused the ruin of the family due to her sister Amalia not agreeing to give him sexual favor. Olga says the family are dependent on Kay now because she has told him the story. Frida leaves Kay for Jeremiah's and returns to the inn because she believes Kay has been unfaithful with Olga or Amalia. Jeremiah tells Kay that he and his brother were employed to by the castle to cheer Kay up. Kay is summoned to the gentleman inn to meet an official named Erlanger. He falls asleep in the room of secretary called Burgil. While the official tells Kay he can help him, Kay wakes and finds Erlanger, who directs him to ensure Frida's return to the tap room. Kay witnessed the chaotic distribution of files along the corridor. Kay gives up his fight to reach the castle and meet Clam, and is finally accepted by some of the villagers and offered lodging. The story ends mid-sentences. So this is the story of the castle, the novel Castle by Franz Kafka. So let us see that what we find in the theme of this castle. The theme, there is two things involved in this theme. One is the bureaucratic absurdity. The other is the struggle against authority and bureaucracy. The overarching theme of the castle is Kay's struggle against an all-powerful yet unreachable authority and the impenetrable, totally illogical and convoluted bureaucracy of its working. This is a common theme in Kafka's work, found also in the Trial and Metamorphosis. The term Kafkaesque is commonly used to describe an overly complicated, frustrating battle with bureaucracy. Both the Kay castle and the elusive director Clam are physical representation of remote and unreachable power. The villagers live in the castle shadow, and its influence pervades every aspect of their life. Clam is mentioned by almost every character, and his long reach can be felt radiating from the past. In the case of landladies, Gardina's short relationship with him many years ago through to the present, such when Frida returned to the tap room where Clown will find her again at the story's end. The villagers live in fear and awe of the castle, and through fear, reprisal, they turn against each other rather than showing solidarity together. This is reflected in how the community shuns Amelia's father after she refuses to become Sortina's sexual plaything. The inscrutable machinations of bureaucratic processes that accompany the castle power expressed by many of the characters in interminable monologue. They're often several papers long. So, friends and viewer, this is the story and the theme of the castle by famous Franz Kafka. Thank you very much.